Right, how we doing, guys? Welcome back to another video. Been a little bit longer than I wanted, but you know, we had a few setbacks like getting sick. I had a clients do a couple of shows, guest posings and things like that, but we're back to it now. So I'm in a different gym. This is my main gym at the minute. It's King's Gym in Bury, for anyone who was wondering. Chest and shoulder session today, so I'll be taking you through that, and I guess it'll just kind of be a similar video to last time, just chatting a little bit, maybe some like exercise tutorial and things like that, but really we'll just talk about the future. It's Olympia week. Well, the Olympia starts tomorrow, so I'll probably give you guys my predictions on the Olympia as well. But yeah, other than that, let's get to it, man. Good to be back. I'm glad to be making more videos. Let's go. Okay, so we're starting off with flies. It's like I said, a chest and shoulder session. I've been training my shoulders a little bit more than I was. I quite literally spent the last year doing like maybe two exercises a week, just lateral raises. I have actual shoulder press and stuff like that in now, which you'll see. But yeah, so I'm focused a little bit more on just like the overall development of my physique now, as opposed to like just lagging body parts. I didn't really train legs, well, didn't really train quads very much this year, but now I'm starting to blast my quads again. You know, same thing with my shoulders, get my shoulders just fuller again, bigger, because you've got to embrace your strengths, especially when it comes to competing. So, you know, we're gonna get on stage next year, have some big fucking shoulders, and probably, hopefully, the biggest legs on stage as well. Right, my training is still pretty much the same, like 2 working sets, maybe 3 on some things. So I'll do one more warm up. On this fly machine, I'm not going crazy heavy. I'm not trying to tear a pec, you know. Obviously, I still want to bring a lot of blood to my chest. Have an incline press later, so that'll be like where the majority of like the heavy work comes in. But right now, I'm just bringing blood to my chest, focusing on contracting, because I still need a bigger chest. Still need a bigger everything pretty much, but yeah, that's for that. So the Olympia's tomorrow, and I'll do my classic physique predictions right now. I think it's pretty obvious who's gonna win, Chris. I don't think anyone's gonna touch him, so for my first place, I have Chris. For my second place, I actually have Terence. Obviously he was second place up until last year. This is the best that he's ever looked at both shows this year, so I think that he can probably come back. Then they have Ramon in third, which I know the Brazilian fans will hate, but you know, Ramon's got an amazing physique. I just seen a recent picture of him this morning, and he does look amazing. But I think that if Terence still brings like his best, like yet to be seen on Olympia stage, I still think it's better than the other 2 right now. And I have Urs in fourth. Again, like I think Urs and Ramona, they're quite similar, but I still think Ramon's a tiny little bit ahead right now. And then in fifth, I actually want to put Wesley Vissers, simply because I think he was 8th last year, 8th or 10th, somewhere around there. And I think that he's made enough improvements and his conditioning is good enough to push forward. He does have a very classic structure, one of the biggest guys, and hopefully, you know, he gets rewarded for it this year. So that's pretty much it for my classic physique predictions. And yeah, we'll find out this weekend. Okay, so we've got 2 working sets now. I'm not really gonna go much heavier than this. Have to be careful, especially with, you know, your chest on a movement like this. So with this fly, I'm doing it slightly more like a press, you know, I'm not stretching my arms out. I just like, doesn't feel amazing on my tendons to do that. Whereas like here, I like to focus on the contraction anyway. And the way this machine is set up is pretty much perfect for flies. So you make sure that, you know, your biceps are facing towards each other and you can contract really, really hard. And then obviously you can have very slow eccentric. I'm not saying that, you know, to do it the traditional way is wrong. It's just that I have longer arms. Obviously, you know, I'm enhanced, so my muscle is growing at a faster rate. I just need to be careful of things like that, especially with like the intensity that I train at for my working sets. They like accumulate very quickly, and if I'm not careful, I'm gonna end up tearing a pec, which definitely don't need right now. On the day we're filming, it's the 1st of November, so I've literally got 2 months left to put as much muscle on my frame and make as many improvements as I can. And then after that, you know, it's prep time, so there's no point me just doing something stupid right now. I've had over a year of trying to make improvements to my physique, and obviously, you know, the goal is to get to the Olympia next year. A pec tear is not going to help me get there, so yeah, I think we've got 2 sets on here, and I'm probably just gonna do like 20 kg or something each side. Yeah, I'm not fussed about weight anymore. Talked about that in my last video. Feel like once you stop stressing over how much, you know, how many plates are on a machine or on the bar, and you just actually focus on executing the movement as hard as possible to the best of your ability, it'll take you to the next level anyway. Oh, I didn't get to go to the barbers so I could look fresh with a video, but whatever, I decided to film anyway, you know, keep it real. We don't always look sexy every single day, so that's why the hair's wild right now. I need you guys to tell me as well what kind of hair I should have the next time I actually compete. Like, should I have like 2 braids? Should I have 4? Should I like grow it out like this? Let me know what you guys want to see on stage. Doesn't mean I'll do it though. I'm a grown-ass man, I make my own decisions. Oh, right. Chest already feels crazy pumped now. So I'm gonna move on to a shoulder press. I'm gonna use a standing shoulder press actually, a machine that they got in here. So as you can see, they got tons of machines. So I'm gonna try it out. The other shoulder press, I'll show you guys, but I don't really like it that much. I'm quite close to like maxing it out anyway. So I'd rather just do something that's more of a challenge. I'm not really a fan of throwing like 8 plates on a machine or something like that. It takes too long and it just takes it out of my workout. I'd rather use a machine I can use less weight on, and it's a lot harder for me to do, and just, you know, focus on working my way, progressing up through that machine instead. So yeah, shoulder presses now, and then we'll back to more chest work after that. Right, this machine is so heavy, so I'm probably gonna do like 2 plates max on it. I did that last time, it caught me so off guard. So yeah, just 2 sets on here, heavy set of like 6 to 9, and then set of 10 to 15. But yeah, I really like this machine press. Like I said, it's more of a challenge for me. It puts me outside my comfort zone because the shoulder pressing, I guess because my delts have been like so far ahead of the rest of my upper body, I haven't really like cared about it in a while. So it's good to find a new machine that, you know, like completely humbles me, especially on like my strongest body part. But yeah, so I'm going to give you my men's physique predictions now because I'm going to cover open men's physique, and I already did my classic predictions. So 5th place, I'm going to have Ed Palmeira. He's a Brazilian guy. If any of you guys don't know him, absolutely shredded. I think he's probably one of the most shredded people I've ever seen in my life. He looks absolutely crazy right now. And I'm pretty sure he'll be in the top 5. In 4th place, I'm going to put Corey Morris there. Corey Morris had a crazy run earlier this year. And I'd love to put Ryan Terry there because they went back and forth, but I feel like Ryan Terry's probably going to get 6 this year. So yeah, Corey Morris in 4th. In 3rd, I'm going to put Jeremy Buendia. I can't tell if he's going to be 3rd or 2nd. Oh no, I've messed this up. Wait, I need to go again. I need to start these predictions again because I just realised it would have to be a top 6. So I'm going to move everyone back a place. So I'm going to put Ed Palmeira in 6th, Corey Morris in 4th, in 5th, Jeremy Buendia in 4th. And the reason for that is just like you haven't seen him on stage in ages. He looks crazy and he looks ridiculous on Instagram, but I feel like he's never really looked bad on Instagram, even in like 2018 when he lost. So yeah, I'm gonna put him in 4th. In 3rd, these are like interchangeable, but it's either Brandon or Erin, so they're in 3rd and 2nd. I don't know which one's which, simply because Brandon is that good. You know, he's bounced back from losing so many times. And Erin is also that good. Like Erin's beat everyone, and when Erin's beat people, like beat everyone, when he's won the Olympia and won the Arnold, like he was just untouchable. But you never know how the loss is going to affect him, and he didn't have a lot of time to, you know, I guess come back with like a completely perfected physique. So I've got Brandon and Erin in 2nd and 3rd. I have no idea which way. And then in 1st place, I'm going to put my boy Chiron, just because he's literally beat everyone. He's been so consistent. He actually dropped a couple of placings last year, but his consistency, like I said, in his physique that he displayed 4 weeks ago was unreal. And you know, he just beat the current Mr. Olympia, and he's beat Brandon before, so I know he can do it. And personal bias, like me and Chiron, I've known him for a long time. He followed me back in 2018, and you know, we've always talked, always like supported me, and like he's just a cool fucking guy. And I feel like he'd be, you know, he right now he feel like he's a definition of men's physique. So I've got Chiron winning the Olympia, which will be awesome to see. Again, it's my predictions. Men's physique, I'm not as familiar. I do watch a lot of videos and stuff, but I could be completely wrong. And I feel like that's actually going to be the most interesting of the divisions this year, because the Mr. Olympia just lost like a normal pro show. I think the last time that happened was like Ronnie Coleman losing a normal pro show in like 2004 or something, 2003. So yeah, it's crazy, and I'm looking forward to that division the most actually. Jesus, that is heavy. Oh Jesus, that felt heavy. So I made sure that, you know, a lot of people when they start to fail or when they start to get tired, you just let your form break down. Like on this, you could use your leg drive, or you could shorten your range of motion, which a lot of you guys are guilty of. I see all of you on your stories with your presses and your shoulder pressing down to here. You know, make sure you're using as much range of motion as possible on your presses. But yeah, I made sure as well I wasn't like arching my back and turning it into an incline press, which is why, you know, the intensity was a lot higher. If you prioritize performing an exercise to the best of your ability, you're gonna get more out of it. Then the second that it gets hard or the second that you start to get tired, you just rely on whatever makes you the strongest in the lift instead of, you know, whatever makes it the hardest and makes you do it properly. So got one more set on here. I think I'm literally just gonna do one plate aside because it is that fucking heavy. Okay, done on there now. Got 2 sets of incline pressing on the Prime incline press, which is like one of my favorite machines right now. It's good, like I said, in a different gym with different equipment. A lot of the Prime stuff is great if you've never used it. I know I've talked before about like, it doesn't really matter what kind of equipment I have. I still train as hard as possible, and that is still a case. I'm not like saying, oh, this machine's the best one or it's perfect. It's just that like, with the level that I'm at and like, I have access to it. I'm obviously going to use everything, everything in my power to improve my physique. So there's a reason that we use the Prime press or Prime incline press over the other incline presses in here. Right, so 2 working sets here. Again, I'm pretty, like my chest isn't 100% now because, I've done the flies, I've done shoulder pressing, so my pressing strength isn't really going to be there, so I'm not going to use a crazy amount of weight. I'm still going to challenge myself. I'm just focusing on squeezing my whole chest in general, but putting a lot of tension onto my upper chest here. And obviously this machine is really, really good for that. You can load it on 3 different, pins, and depending on which one you load it at, it will make different parts of the movement harder. And again, there's a purpose for that. If you kind of struggle to activate your chest through the eccentric, or if you're doing like a dead stock press, or again at the top of the concentric, if you load it up here, I think, and when you squeeze at the top, you'll feel it a lot more than a regular press. I think I'm going to check, but I actually just load it through the middle here, so nothing crazy, but I might load it through the top a little bit as well today, just because I want a crazy chest pump because we're on YouTube, so gotta make sure it looks good. But yeah, I'll do my sets now, and then I'll tell you guys my official competing plans, because I don't think they were set in stone last time we did a video. Oh, goddamn. Right, we just listened to a story about one of the members getting stabbed, which is crazy. He's good now, he's good. But yeah, that was a top set here. Like I said, just focusing on my upper chest. I'm not trying to, bounce the reps. I'm not trying to just press for the sake of pressing. I'm making sure that I control the movement both ways, and that the majority of the tension is on my upper chest. So we've got one more set here, one more chest exercise. Got a couple things left after that. Oh man, motivation. Okay, done on there. Got another chest press now. I can use the cables, but they just got a new machine press here, which very much imitates the same thing. So it's just converging, which for those who don't know what that means, just means coming together. So any machine where the handles come closer in the middle is a converging type of press. So we're going to use that next. I know that might seem pretty heavy, but last week when I did this machine, I only put 3 plates on, and it was not easy, but I definitely could have pushed it a little bit harder. Could have had a bit more weight on based on the target rep range. So Been gonna go a little bit heavier on this machine than we did on the other one. And yeah, just the same thing. I really focus on squeezing my pecs as hard as I can here because, like I said, it's a converging press, and the converges a little bit better than the prime one, just based on the angle that it puts my body in. Because I have longer arms and things like that, I prefer like a decline or like a regular seated chest press like this to be converging rather than an incline. Just my elbows and long arms and things like that. Also, it stops my delts from taking over crazy, like what I have to actively prevent from happening in most presses. Damn. Yeah, that was a good set. That was much more like it. That was like the kind of effort that I need to grow. I was just saying then, like, I'm definitely ready to compete now. It's been over a year, you know, and I feel like I've made a lot of improvements to my physique. And obviously now, because the clock's ticking and time's getting closer, I'm not necessarily having doubts, but it's like, I need to make sure I put the most into every single set, because I don't really want to, you know, maybe get on stage and feel like I could have done more and feel like I could be more improved. Not anything to do with like peaking or, you know, the shape I'm in, but like from a physique development point of view, this is when all that happens, like all the improvements. So I just need to make sure that I'm not leaving anything to chance when it comes to like my muscularity and my weak points and things like that. Right, okay, so I finally know the shows I'm doing now. I think some people know, not everyone. Like it's not really out there. So the main show next year is the Toronto Pro, which is like, I think it's around May or June, maybe like the start of June. So that's the main show, guys. So like that's the one that me and Cal are aiming to bring our best to, and you know, qualify for the Olympia. So we'll go in there to win, which will be awesome. You know, I've left the country like twice in my life, like left the UK twice in my life. So to go there to be competing, you know, I'll get to see some of my friends over there. Again, just like the whole experience of traveling. And Toronto's a really good show. I always pay attention to that show, and like it just looks fun to compete there. So that'll be the main show. We might also jump into the New York Pro as well. That'll be to just, you know, guys, I started my pro career at Arnold Classic, where almost every guy I competed against has already been to the Olympia. I have high standards. So if I can do New York, I will do it, just to see how I stack up against, you know, like top pros. And then we may potentially do the Optimum Classic as well. I'm not too like focused on that. That's kind of a plan B, I suppose. And I think that one is after. So New York Pros, I think first, and then a week later we've got Toronto. Like I said, that's the main show. That's the one we're aiming for. And then Louisiana, maybe a couple of weeks after that. So we got like a month of competing, which is good because I've only ever really had back-to-back shows. Last year when I turned pro, the Arnold was like 6 weeks later, 5 weeks later. So it was just a bit too long really, whereas all these shows are back-to-back, like 1 or 2 weeks apart. So I'm excited. Obviously it's officially out there now, so my brain's in a different place because I have like real actual dates to work towards. Right, second set done. We've got one more set on here. This set is a rest pause to 20, so I'm gonna keep the weight the same because I got 12 reps, which is my goal. So I'm gonna do as many reps as I can, have like 8-10 seconds rest, as many as I can, 8-10 seconds rest, as many as I can until I've done 20 reps altogether. It's a really good intensity method. Again, it challenges you mentally as well. If you guys have like a weak body part, then that, like the rest pause method is maybe an intensity technique to apply. Like if you just do 2 sets or maybe 3, your first set is like your heavy set. You know, maybe if you struggle to connect with that muscle, try doing 20 reps with like a decent amount of weight and just resting when you feel your form start to break down. Have like a quick breather, go again, and trust me, you know, if you apply this principle properly, you'll definitely see some results from it. Oh God. Jeez. Right, that's it for chest. Obviously, I think I gave literally everything I had then. Just about got 20 reps there. I was not gonna rest and do 19 and fail. So I got 3 things left. We got shoulder, lateral raises. We actually have a back exercise. So my back is my weakest point. My chest is weak, but my back is my weakest point. So got 1 back exercise today. And then we got 1 tricep exercise as well to finish. So I've stopped doing like super heavy lateral raises, stopped that ages ago, but one thing, you know, one tip I can give, especially if you're doing dumbbell lateral raises, is obviously, you know, keep yourself upright, keep your body tight, but just try and hold the dumbbells at the top of the rep for like a second, half a second. Just gives you a little bit more of a contraction, and it'll over time help you just, you know, it'll help with your technique, and you will actually be able to go heavier properly instead of swinging and like humping the air to do lateral raises. So I'm just doing 2 sets on here. The second set is a rest pause again. So 20 reps. We're not gonna film that. It's just delts. I don't really need them. So film this 1 set, got 1 more, and then we're moving on to the back exercise, which is much more interesting in my opinion. Right, I don't know if there's any point talking, it's so loud over here, but we just have 2 sets on this. I love this machine. Again, like I said before, like, don't have to have a certain machine, but if you have one as good as this, definitely use it. So I'm doing unilateral here, 1 arm at a time, you know, for symmetry purposes and things like that. But yeah, we just got 2 sets here, 1 heavy set and 1 back off set. All right, last exercise, tricep extensions. I love this exercise. You guys know, how long I've been working on my arms for, so any exercise focusing on like that muscle group, I'm just always switched on for it. So we've got 3 exercises left, and we'll probably do some posing, and I'll give you guys my open predictions. It's too loud in here right now because there is some weird ass music in here, I'm not gonna lie. But other than that, I do really like the gym. So yeah, we've got like 2-3 sets on here, and then we'll be done after that. Last thing for this workout. Right, all done. That's the whole of my workout. Obviously, like these days, guys, like when I film my workouts and stuff, it's more just to show you guys what I'm doing. It's not like you don't have to follow this workout. Obviously, it's super specific, and Carl's made it for me with the intent of bringing the best out of my physique, based on my weak points, my strong points, things that I'm good at, things that I'm not so good at, things I need to get better at. So when I show you these workouts, and like if I go over a tutorial and like teach you how to do an exercise, it's not so you can do my workout better, it's so that you can, if you have a workout plan that has any of those exercises in, they're just things to consider maybe if you're struggling or if you feel like you're not getting enough out of an exercise. So that's my session. Obviously, like I said, I have back in there as well because my back needs bringing up. I have a lot of upper chest work, delts were bringing up because we didn't really push a lot out of my delts in the last growing phase. So yeah, that's my workout. Weighing like 250 right now, and I'll show you guys how I'm looking. They have a posing room in this gym, which is a big plus because it means I don't have to strip into my boxes on the gym floor like I have been doing all year long. So yeah, we'll go see how I am looking now. All right guys, end of the video. So you got to see how I'm looking at the minute. I'm very even though I said the things in there about kind of having doubts putting the work in, I'm very confident about how my physique looks right now. I definitely feel like, Cal sent me some pictures from January and February, and it's like a completely different look. I've grown an actual back, my arms have continued to grow, my chest is coming along and things like that. So I am very satisfied with the progression I've made. I've just got to make sure I keep maintaining that rate of progression and keep working hard and not get complacent just because I'm looking a certain way and I'm getting feedback off other pros and coaches and obviously followers and things like that. So yeah, that's everything for today. Obviously we'll film again soon, a lot sooner than the last one. Like I said, I had setbacks from me being sick and work for shows and things like that. So we should be back, with another video a bit sooner. So to finish this video off, gonna give you guys my open predictions. Right, I had to redo my Olympia predictions because there's no Nick Walker, which obviously throws things off a bit because he definitely would have been, in my opinion, would have been in the top 3 or 4. So in 5th place, I'm gonna put Andrew Jacks, which is kind of crazy because it's his 2nd Olympia. He was literally an amateur at the start of last year. But I think with no Big Ramy and no Nick Walker, automatically, he moves up anyway. And he's consistently got better and better and better. So I think that he'll be in that 5th place this year. He was 8th last year, so that is a very big jump. In 4th place, I could be wrong here, but I'm going to put Samson in 4th. Again, that's another jump up for him because he got 6th last year. Samson is crazy consistent as well. I think the only things that have been setting him back, well not setting him back, but the only things preventing him from being ahead of where he was was maybe slightly improved conditioning and his back, which is, you know, I have the same issue, so I feel for bro, but I think he'll be in 4th. I could be wrong. My 3rd place is going to be Brandon Curry. Brandon's a Mr. Olympia. He's one of the best bodybuilders, like one of the best active bodybuilders in the world right now. And I definitely think he's brought up his legs. I know people give him a lot of shit for his legs, but they have improved from back in the day when they were an issue. And like from the updates that he's been posting, he looks insane. He's beaten everyone on the stage before. Like I said, he is a previous Mr. Olympia. So I think he's going to be in that 3rd place. So 2nd place, I'm actually going to put Hadi. I know he's crazy consistent. I know he's probably got the best conditioning. I don't know if he'll actually do enough to improve, and that's why I've got Derek Lunsford in 1st place, and that's because, you know, Derek spent all of last year prepping for potentially 212, and only, you know, he didn't plan to do open because we weren't sure if he was going to get invited, and he got 2nd. He's had a full year to be an open bodybuilder, you know, with no limits on him, no restrictions. He's purely focused on looking the best he can possibly look. And, you know, if anyone follows him, you've seen all the updates and all the improvements over the year. And I just think, like, if he nails his conditioning, which he's got Hani Rambod, I feel like, you know, if there's anyone that can do it, it's Hani. And Derek obviously works hard and he wants it as well. So I feel like Derek is going to be the Mr. Olympia this year. We'll find out in 2 days. By the time this video comes out, you guys will know how good or how shit my predictions were anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I've not decided what kind of video yet. Maybe we'll get Yemi in a video. Maybe we'll do a full day of eating. Maybe we'll just, you know, do a similar video to this. But whatever kind of content you guys want, you know, we'll do our best to nail it. And I hope you guys appreciate all the effort that Lewis puts into the videos, because, you know, the quality and the content that we have, I know, is better than everyone else's, simply put. So that's the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the support. I'll catch you in the next one.